I noticed these big statues, so like when you kill them the first time, like their armor blasts off, but then the dude is still there. And you have to kill it a second time. Like that. Another ruin entrance. Totem. I will summon the primal spirit and I will do the totem, thank you. Had my finger on the leap button because I figured they would box me in again like that other time tonight. Loot explosion. Okay, leveled up. Can I put more points into Raging Tempest? No, I can't, so that's maxed out. Alright, so Raging Tempest is currently at 16 over 12, so it's got 12 points in it, and it's getting +4 from gear. And it's doing cold damage each second, and also reducing enemies' resistances by 34. And that's as high as I can currently get it. So, what next? Could power up Maelstrom. Looks like it gets around 500 damage per level. That's the lightning bolts that you guys see striking down. Could put them in Mortar. Which, honestly, it's not going to get much damage. But it's like after 16 points, then you get a second Mortar. So it'd be more like a for the future thing. Good evening, all. Hey, Wolves. What's up? Mogdragon's Pact is also nice. It's health regen for me and friendlies and a little bit of pet damage. Why not Primal Bond? Could do that. Primal Bond is bonus to pets. It also has damage absorption from me, which is, you know, it's a defensive thing. Sure. Why not? We haven't really been... We've been investing, like, all offense for a long time now. We could do that. Wolf says, been having some discussions about Twitch beginning to train their AI on live streams, include AI features belonging in October. I hadn't heard anything about that. I don't know anything on that topic. I mean, there's already an AI summary. Like, when you join the stream, it'll say under the chat, like, what it thinks is going on. Which we've had some laughs about up until this point. Summon that. Another ruin. That hurts. Yes, Bird, I do remember that one. Oh, this is a three-way fight. There's multiple factions fighting here. Okay, that's the last waypoint. Hopefully we're at this Tomb of the Eldritch Sun.
Can't do that yet.
This is a lot. I can't recall what the tomb we're looking for looks like, but it should be ahead of us somewhere. And then our quest item should be somewhere inside. Just got back. What did Muck break? My internet went down for a time, Blue. The Twitch stream reconnected automatically, but the YouTube one didn't, so I had to make a new YouTube stream. Is it bedtime? Just a moment, chat. I'll be right back. Okay. So someone else broke it, Heresy? It was Heresy that they did that, yes. Call a tech priest. Ooh, a shrine. Nice. That is useful. waiting on all of the acid puddles or whatever those are to wear off. Alright, and devotion, and 50% more electrocute with 50% increased duration. So, hang on, what is this right now? This is up to 6698 electrocute. So if we go here and we take this... Now it's 7,052 electrocute, so gain like 400 damage from that. Oh, this is like a named guy. Named Griffin. Not too bad. Ooh, that hurt. Had to burn my potion for that. Okay, so found another tomb entrance. Let's see... Sunward Spire. So, we've passed by a lot of tomb entrances, but this one kind of felt like it was at the end of the area, so I feel like this one might be the right one. There's another entrance there. Is there anything else in this room? Oh, I just realized my Briar Thorn was dead. Whoops. Okay, so no, it's just this, like, one big chamber. Like, how long did you stick around last night after the raid? That guy was crazy thankful. Do you want to pass it on? I was there, like, 10 minutes or so. And I chatted with him a few times in the chat. But yeah, he was great. He was super high energy. I think we gave him the biggest raid he'd ever had. He was freaking out, but in a good way. It was very good vibes. For those who weren't there last night, at the end of the stream, I raided someone else that had like 20 viewers or something with like 1,000 people. And was like, hey, here to support Guild Wars 2. And they were like, oh my god, you're the reason I'm playing this game. They were very hyped. Ooh, level 70 named guy. I'm 64 right now. Don't want to let that hit me. Like, he was doing a fractal boss, and he kept going downstate because he was, like, gushing at chat too much. But yeah, after I chatted with him for like 10 minutes or so, and then I was like, hey, a lot of people here farming drops. They'd really appreciate it if you raid someone else who's doing drops when you're done. And he's like, understood. I was like, all right. Oh, that's right. Also, he crossed the threshold of 1,000 followers after the raid too. So he was freaking out about that also. He even said, don't sub to me yet, let me entertain you first and earn that sub. I missed that part. That's funny. I feel like I'm still on the way to the right location, but don't know how many more of these ruins I'm gonna have to get through to get there. But the mobs are... Well, these are 64. I was about to say the mobs are getting up there in level. There was that batch of level 70s. These are 64. I'm 64 currently. I feel like my bags are gonna hit full soon. Have to resummon the Briar Thorn, it's almost dead. That's one thing that would be easier if I had the Occultist as the secondary class, because the Occultist bird can spam the heal on the other pets. But that was not the route that we went. Okay, ow, ow, that's my hit points. Okay. What is this? He's 69. Nice. I am getting rocked by this 69. Healing potions on cooldown. Okay, that was most unpleasant.
Can't carry anymore.
Crap. Alright, we gotta go empty the bags, chat. This'll do. Alright. Let's see. One-handed dagger, 64% electrocute. Oh, I lose +1 to all demonologist skin, or demolitionists, yeah. Let's see, deposit. Huh. I don't... That's an interesting idea. So, this item has Wind Devil. 100% of its physical damage is converted to fire. I can't try using this until level 70, but I would like to equip it and look at the stat screen for Wind Devil and see what it does to the numbers. Because I have a lot of plus percentage for elemental damage. So if I make the physical become fire and then I boost the fire, like, what am I left with? Would that be worth losing the +1 to all? I doubt it, but I'd like to see. Bonus to canister bomb, don't need that. A lot of lore pages there to gobble up. I own Grim Dawn but never played a bunch of PoE and Diablo. How does this stack up against those? I think it stacks up quite well. Grim Dawn, hey, hang on, Swedish, let me try to sell you on it for a second, okay? In Grim Dawn, when you make your character, you just pick male or female, that's it, and you jump in. At level 2, you pick your first class. So, like, I picked Shaman on this character. That class comes with its own little talent tree here, okay? You, similar to Diablo 2, you can just keep going down the tree or just invest really heavily into an early skill and get it, you know, really high level and then respec later if you want to. At, like, level 10, you pick a second class. I picked Demolitionist for the second one. Every time you level up, you get skill points, and you can choose which skill tree you put them in between your two classes. There's 10 classes, and you pick 2 and make a hybrid. So there are dozens and dozens and dozens of combinations between, you know, pick 2 out of these 10. So there's a lot of different class combinations, and even if you play the same class combination, you could play it differently. Like, if you're Shaman Demolitionist, you could be like, you know, 90% Shaman, 10% Demo, or 50-50, or 60-40, whatever. So that alone, massive, massive customization. Then there's this thing called the Devotion Tree, which is these constellations here. And you can fill these in, and you can get abilities that modify your existing skills. For example, the Scorpion, I got an ability called Scorpion Sting. 25% chance on the attached skill that it will poison everything around it. And I attach this to Wind Devil. So these little tornadoes moving near me, if they hit an enemy, every second they hit, there's a 25% chance that it poisons them because of the Scorpion Sting thing. So there is a lot of customization you can do here with, like, changing how your abilities work. And yes, it does not require an internet connection. My internet actually died earlier tonight and I had to restart the stream, and my game was fine. So if you're playing like a hardcore character, like you might do in Path of Exile or Diablo, you never have to worry about dying because the internet crapped out, which is nice. Right now I'm just looking through some loot that I got and seeing what I want to keep. Ooh, what do we have here? Bonus to pets, 58% to fire damage, 74% to burn, 49% to all damage. That 49% to all damage is nice. But then 100% of physical converted to fire, but then the fire is boosted, and vitality is converted to fire. That's a weird one. So this is like for a necromancer demolitionist hybrid. That's wild. Okay. Let's see. This is a maybe. We'll keep that. Okay. Alright, and then eat the lore pages for the XP. Alright. Okay. There. The constellation tree is kind of wild. Yeah, I mean, it's not... If you've played Path of Exile, it's not as daunting as the skill tree in Path of Exile. But I'll give you, just really quickly, you start in the dead center, okay? And then let's say you spend a point here, it gives you, it says a yellow circle, right? This one's purple, green, red, blue, okay? So I spent my first point here, and it gave me a yellow. Yellow, see this turtle, requires 1 yellow to unlock. Okay, so this turtle is available to me now. I spent my next 5 points getting the turtle, and that got me a bunch of passive stats, as well as turtle shell. 100% chance when you're at 50% health to get a big shield that tries to keep you from dying. Great, defensive tool. When the constellation is done, you get 2 yellow, 3 blue. You can see it at the bottom of that window there. So then, any constellations that require a small amount of yellow or blue are available to me, and it just keeps going like that. So, like, if I want this constellation here, which is, on the outer edge, so it's the highest level one, I need 12 purple, 6 yellow, 8 blue. So I would look for other constellations, and you can mouse over stuff like this, and it'll highlight the ones that you're looking for. So I'll be like, okay, I need more purple. Where's the purple ones? And it's those. So I could get one of those to get more purple if my goal is to get over here and get this, for example. So there's a lot of interesting stuff in there. And also respecking is really cheap in this game. The only thing that's permanent is the 2 classes you choose. If you're unhappy with the 2 classes you chose, you would have to make a new character. But if you want to change anything in these trees or on this, you can do it for a very small fee in town. Okay, so we finished that. That did not lead us to where we needed to go. So I'm thinking now we try going over this way. So right now what I'm playing is a shaman and demolitionist. And I have like a mortar I'm summoning in combat, and it shoots fire up that rains down on enemies. An elemental thing that's tanking for me, because shaman, and these wind devils are a shaman thing that do constant cold and electric damage around them every second. And then I have a few other things that I'm casting. So the pet is to kind of distract enemies, and then we're doing lots of elemental damage on them.
That skill's not ready.
Oh, potion.